Sponsored by Lake Charles Memorial Health System, covering the news for Southwest Louisiana. This is 7 News First at 4.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Jillian Corder. We continue to track the tropics this afternoon. Chief Meteorologist Wade Hampton has the very latest updates on the storm.
And Jillian, brand new information just coming in from the National Hurricane Center. If you've got our weather app, you probably got a notification about this if you live in Cameron. Hurricane watch has now been issued from Cameron east all the way to the mouth of the Mississippi River. That includes almost all of the Louisiana coast, but it does include half of Cameron Parish, all of Vermilion Parish. And it's not that the storm is going to end and have no impact for western Cameron. It's really a technicality. The way watches are issued, they cover conditions deteriorating to tropical storm force, or in this case hurricane force, within the next 48 hours. And it's really a technicality that the western half of Cameron Parish probably won't see tropical storm force winds till just beyond 48 hours, meaning I fully expect a watch to be issued probably farther west. Tropical storm watch may be coming for you guys maybe later on this evening, but bottom line, hurricane watch is in effect for eastern Cameron Parish. Let's talk about what is going on across much of southwest Louisiana. We'll put this into motion. First up, all the cloud patterns still very disorganized, and that's a good thing. The longer this takes to get organized, the better. But I do think that organization will come with time as we head through the rest of the afternoon hours. You can see here's the latest information on the potential tropical cyclone number 2, located now kind of just southeast of the mouth of the Mississippi River. We'll put this on into motion and show you the forecast track real quick. And this is going to move to the west-southwest and then take a turn to the north. I do want to stress there's still a lot of uncertainty on exactly where this track goes. Still anywhere from southeast Louisiana to southeast Texas will be in play as a potential landfall location. Right now it does look like the timeline on that is going to be sometime Saturday, probably afternoon or early into the evening hours. Again, a lot of uncertainty still in the exact timing and exact track of this. I will say too, this has been shifted a little bit farther east than where it was just earlier this afternoon. I'll have more information on what we can expect locally and what it means for the rest of the forecast coming up in a few minutes. Jillian.
In all likelihood, is going to be a very significant weather event.
This afternoon, Governor John Bel Edwards declaring a state of emergency for all of Louisiana ahead of the storm, but eastern parts of the state are already seeing rain and flooding. KPLC's Hannah Treese joins us with more.
Well, if you take a look at this video here, heavy rain and wind already moving through New Orleans. Our sister station in the Crescent City reports several streets and intersections are already closed in the area. And the worst is still yet to come as the system is expected to gain strength as it moves along the Gulf. One New Orleans local says her home has already started to flood from the rain, and it doesn't look like it's going down anytime soon.
The laundry room there was about 2 feet. By the time I got home, there was some recession. I could see the water line, so I can see how much water there was at maximum. My bedroom, there was about the same amount of water, but it's sitting, so there's really nothing I can do until it goes down.
Tonight at 6, we'll have more from officials on statewide storm preparations, and you can stay up to date on all of our hurricane coverage on air and online. At your service, Hannah Treese, KPLC 7 News.
And preparation is key ahead of a storm, and sandbags locations are set up across southwest Louisiana. Dick Grimion, director of the Calcasieu Parish Office of Emergency Preparedness, says the storm is nothing to take lightly. He says it's always better to be over-prepared than caught off guard.
Well, this is short notice, but we always ask people to be prepared year-round here in southwest Louisiana. I would tell people not to wait to make their plans on what they're going to do with the approach of this storm.
Grimion says to have things like water and non-perishable foods ready to go. Also, don't forget to keep your car filled with gas. Most importantly, he says to make a communication plan with family and friends to stay safe ahead of the storm. And due to the weather threat, several schools are closing in the lake area. Calcasieu Parish schools and facilities will be closed this Friday due to the threat of severe weather, along with Lake Charles Charter Academy, Southwest LA Charter Academy, and Lake Charles College Prep. Cameron Parish schools and facilities will also be closed as of 10 o'clock Thursday morning. Of course, a complete list of school closures and sandbag locations across Southwest Louisiana are online right now at KPLCTV.com and on your 7 News app. Just go to the page, click the Hurricane tab at the top, and you can find everything you need for the storm. The penalty phase in the trial of Kevin Daigle is now underway to determine if Daigle should face death for murdering State Trooper Stephen Vincent. As the evidence got underway, jurors heard heart-wrenching testimony from Stephen Vincent's brother, Keith, the Iowa police chief, Stephen's widow, Catherine, and his 13-year-old son, who was just 9 when his father was killed. Some jurors wiped away tears as they watched a slideshow of family pictures from happier times before Stephen Vincent died. The sentencing phase continues tomorrow morning. An investigation stemming from back in May ends in an arrest after nearly 2 months. The Lake Charles Police Department says Terrence Haywood is suspected of shooting at several people, including 2 minors. On May 18th, police received a call about someone firing numerous times at 2 juveniles who were walking in the neighborhood. Haywood was arrested Tuesday and is now charged with attempted second-degree murder and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. And this woman, Avella Braxton, is arrested after deputies say she was sexually involved with yet another juvenile at the Boys Village in Lake Charles. Braxton's previous arrest was back in April for 4 counts of felony carnal knowledge of a juvenile. Braxton's most recent arrest is for an incident involving a 14-year-old boy at the same facility, police say. She has been charged with carnal knowledge of a juvenile. New this afternoon, the Calcasieu Parish Sheriff's Office is giving young adults a reality check. Students 13 and up learned valuable life skills like changing a tire, jumping a car, balancing a checkbook, among many others. Those who attended the event say the lessons they learned will last them a lifetime.
Well, it's good to learn about this stuff because once I grow up and get in more situations like this, I'll know what to do.
Yeah, we never learned anything about this.
Weather permitted, the next reality check will be held this Friday, June 12th, and find out how to sign your child up at KPLCTV.com. And earlier today, the United States Coast Guard Marine Safety Unit of Lake Charles held a change of command ceremony. The ceremony honored Commander Daniel Cost by remembering highlights of his command, such as his work during Hurricane Harvey. Commander Cost expressed his gratitude and well wishes to Commander Darwin Jensen as he embarks on this new journey as commander of the Lake Charles unit. Both men say they are excited for the road ahead.
The partnerships that the Coast Guard has in the community is what has made this job just so awesome.
I'm just looking forward to the new experiences down here. The growth that I've seen has been really good.
Commander Jensen previously served as the head of the Prevention Department in Seattle and is looking forward to this new journey in the South. Wade Hampton will continue to track the storm for us coming up right after the break.